Listen, these two are basically filming a modern version of Love on the Bridge. Too bad they forgot the soundtrack. The bodyguard kicked off his relaxation plan pretending to help her chill while actually clocking overtime on the relationships. Just as they locked eyes, the lady's scarf decided to jump ship, and the bodyguard's reaction was instantaneous. Talk about setting the meanwhile, eager audience members waited in the shadows, while paparazzi outside followed them to the hotel, scoring a perfect shot. Next up was the killer's time. Right after the lady freshened up, the enemies started their attack. Luckily, the cushioned the unsung hero bought her some time. Just as the enemy hurled a dart, the bodyguard swiftly shoved the lady inside, but this gal was no joke. She immediately signaled for her to run for the hills. Of course, fleeing isn't all fun and games. The lady sprinted to the boat only to find the enemy had shown up. Surprise, surprise. Luckily, the bodyguard arrived just in time, and after a Superman-style fight, she finally injured the foe, then kicked him into the river like a total boss. Without pause, she fired up the boat, escaping her energy was spent. Morning came. The bodyguard woke up to some coughing, and the lady looked at her, as if to say, "Ever seen a British rose this exhausted?" Her sleep position was straight out of a yoga class, not knowing her husband was at the headboard, nervous as if he were about to launch a rocket. Little did she know she wasn't just feigning ignorance. She changed into a sizzling outfit, aiming for a mysterious surprise. The wife only saw the bodyguard, their glances sparking, the husband furious, thanks to his mum fanning the flames. At last, the husband couldn't hold back and yelled, "Should we all just go down together?" The bodyguard tried to help, but let's be real, the husband pointed at the bodyguard, aiming to chat with his wife, but saw their hands clasped so bold. She didn't rage, instead, consoled. They were discussing the incident, and where her mom was living life's most embarrassing moment. In the end, it inadvertently caused her son to lose his mind, and now that's a trick. Police busted a scam that used plain table souls as luxury Swiss goods. What a hit on opulence. Sold to rich ladies, each bottle flying out for 10 million. Now that's some stand-out business. And the chairman of a group bought one for 300 million, and now that's a facepalm moment. Way too pricey. She had to suppress her trending status, so she hatched a plan to put her daughter-in-law on a hot search. What an odd strap. Unsurprisingly, the husband stormed out of their office like a whirlwind, barking orders at his lackeys to scatter. The daughter rushed at her mum, yelling about her thick face, and the mum played the "Feel Sorry for My Son" card, a classic. Pulling out their intimate photos, she questioned her son why he'd keep a woman like that, and he shot back, "Because I want to." "You seriously want to keep a person like this?" The mom shot back, and the son snapped, leading her to raise her hand. His son demanded to know why she didn't explain her cheating, recalling when he was 5, and mom brought home a guest to cue dramatic tension. Now she was used to this kind of scene, given that dad had passed, so she opted for one eye open, one eye shut. Not wanting to trigger her son, he defiantly declared he'd abandon everything except his wife. Talk about a radical. Listening to his angry shouts, he just wanted his wife to stay, and then the little wildflower caught on, realizing she was just a pawn. What's the point of sticking around? She turned around and knocked back a bottle, reminiscing about her volunteer days in Africa. Even if the romance was fleeting, she genuinely proposed. After all, this was a girl with a pure heart. Now, they had become familiar strangers, and the bodyguard was like a natural enemy. She was furious and decided to lock the bodyguard in the basement, making for a rather complex family gathering. She intended to interrogate the bodyguard about his relationship with her wife, but the bodyguard said it hadn't gone that far, creating a bit of a mystery. Then, the wife suddenly appeared, aiming the gun at herself, and the husband's heart sank. "I've lost her." He orchestrated our meeting and marriage. Realizing this, he lost any remaining hope. Ouch. After a few days of calm, they finally reached the father-in-law's 70th birthday, a big event, indeed. Little did they know it was also the day the father-in-law unveiled his will, and family members had prepared for laughter, but once they heard his assets, the younger son exclaimed that dad was a sly fox, but as the will was revealed, everyone's expressions turned suspicious. This old fox was sent the situation spiraling, with the mother-in-law dumbfounded and the younger son unleashing a string of colourful expletives. Both the mother-in-law and husband were secretly ecstatic, thinking he could keep his wife, not realizing that the old fox before them was not to be underestimated. Marrying into a wealthy family was her worst decision. Expecting to celebrate her 70th birthday, it became a crucial moment for the will's announcement. Who knew the father-in-law had 18 trillion in secret funds stashed away in the Swiss bank, leaving everyone in utter shock, totally unexpected. The secret stash was dirty money kept by the old chairman from his presidency, unknown to his wife. When assets were to be donated to the daughter-in-law's charity, anger turned to shock. The couple swiftly jetted to Switzerland, arriving a few hours later, and they were greeted as VIP with astonishing hospitality. Staff led them into a secure room filled with gold and cash, a dream paradise. Little did they know, the old chairman knew his daughter-in-law never cared about money, donating his own for charity with a heart. Initially, the younger son may not have cared, but he was more excited than anyone, already plotting his next move. "We can each score 5 trillion, the older brother reminded her. "It's not your money. Dad's donation was meant for the daughter-in-law to do good deeds.